All right, everybody, we should be live now. Can everybody give me a thumbs up on the chat, please? Hopefully, you guys can see this. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties today because what happens is I installed a program that blocked access to the video stream unless you shared the page on Facebook. Right? And I did this because I needed to get the word out. All right, I need you guys to start sharing more, whatever you got. You know, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anything and everything you guys can do to help out the team. All right. We should be doing it. All right, Victor can see me. All right, Davis can see me. Can everybody just please go on the chat, click on webinar, and let me know you can see me. Just want to make sure, especially today, okay? Because we had everybody. So apparently this, okay, give me a second here. Apparently this software that I installed, it broke on everybody. Right, the software broke on everybody, and it was just a mess. Nobody could see the live feed, which is ridiculous, right? So I'm supporting the Cartier today. Sorry guys, I had to go on an errand and just got back. So hopefully, guys, we gotta bump up these numbers. We got what, 7 viewers on this? Can you please let everybody else know that we are live? Finally, I was a little late. Sorry about that. Can you please notify everybody? All right, so on the chat, people are finally letting me know we are in. Yeah, okay. Everybody's arriving. Okay, good. So we're gonna do some crazy shit today. Okay, let me tell you that much. So here's what we're gonna be doing different today than the previous sessions. All right, this is a very, very special session. Okay, because it will be the last free webinar I will do. Okay, so all the this one was shared on Instagram, was shared, you know, to everybody that was interested in joining the money team. All right, so everybody got to see this. Everybody so far got to see, you know, most of the training we did. But from now on, only the money team is gonna get the notifications and is gonna get invited to these webinars. Okay, so this will be the last free training webinar we will do. So please get everybody on board. All right, all your friends and whatever. Okay, everybody that might be interested in learning this stuff, please get them on this call because it's very important. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you free money today. I'm gonna give you free money. Okay. All right, let me just check back the chat. Some people can't type on the chat. Why not? Oh man. Everybody should be able to type on the chat. All right, doesn't really matter. All right, the money team is here. Everybody is letting me know the money team is here. All right, so we are good to proceed. We are good to proceed. Let me just get situated here real quick because I just got here. All right, and we got some juicy stuff to talk about. All right, guys, let's check this out. This week it was a monster week. All right, we had a lot of difficulty internally. So I got messaged by 2 or 3 people that actually mentioned they were losing money. All right, they were losing money, and this just blew my mind. This just blew my mind because on the money team, you can't damn lose money, man. You are here to fucking get rich. You are here to change your life. You cannot lose money. So, you know, I called these people. I was talking to the money team on the phone, right? I actually care about these people, man. Everybody here. This is family. This is my extended family. I actually, you know, care about everybody. So I got on the phone. I called them, and you know, and I spent, you know, 10, 20 minutes on the phone with them, figuring out exactly what happened. And here's what happened. All right, I'll tell you what happened because it happened to everybody. All right, so I'm not going to share any personal details, of course, but I need to talk about this. I need to address it because it happened to everybody, right? Every single one of these people got the same problem, right? So here's what my brothers, you know, did that fucked them over, all right? They were making money on our trades, okay? Every time I post a signal, they take the signal, all right? They trust the signal works because they've seen past performance and we always make money, all right? I think we only had like 1 or 2 losing signals ever, okay? And so they know they know it works. They trust it works. They take the signals. They make money. They make money on our signals, right? Every single one of them. I made sure, and they did, right? They're making money like the rest of the team. But here's the problem. Then they get impatient because we only trade 2 times, 3 times per day. We only give them 2, 3 trades per day. They get impatient. All right. Here's what happens. They get so hooked on the money that they get impatient because here's what happens. When I give a trade, that trade races to the take profit, you know, in 10 minutes, you know, up to 30 minutes, right? Usually these trades that I post don't last more than 30 minutes because they're breakouts, okay? We only trade breakouts. And here's what happens. They make so much money so quick, all right, in a matter of a few minutes that the rest of the day, because I'm not sending out signals, right, they immediately think, shit, there must be trades. He's just not telling us about it, you know? They must be thinking, you know, I did my money and went off for the day or whatever. No, I got, you know, I'm doing so many things, you know, because I run businesses also, right? But I always got my eyes on the chart, all right, because I'm taking care of you, right? I'm taking care of you. Now, here's what happens. They start trading their own trades, and nothing wrong with that. But I specifically been saying on every single one of these webinars, please also create a demo account. Create a demo account so you can trade your own setups until you are 90% accurate, all right? Until you are 90% accurate. Also have a demo account. You're making so much money of our signals on the real account, it doesn't really matter, all right? You need a demo account so you can practice. So you can practice your own analysis and your own trades, and you know, so you can test different things, test the scalping strategies, test the swing strategies, the day trading strategies, the trend trading strategies. All right, you need to test all of those things to understand what is your style and what works best for you. Okay, because it's not because I tell you my style is the best that you're gonna trade like me. All right, I'll teach you everything. Listen, I'll teach you everything because I got this shit so under control, right? I understand price action in such deep detail that I can teach you anything. I can teach you to scalp the 1 minute and make money, right? I can teach you to scalp the 1 minute and make 10 pips up, 10 pips down, you know, 5 pips sideways. Bro, we can make money, don't matter what, okay? Now, this is important. Please hold on. This is important. Why are you doing Forex? Why are you here on the money team? Why did you first get involved in Forex? Okay. Why did you get involved in Forex? I need you to actually answer this. Not to me, but to yourself. Right? And if you can write this down, because it's important to write things down, right? If you don't have a journal, right, a piece of paper, you know, a journal. I like, you know, like big, you know, just pads, you know, A4 pads. That's what I like. I go through these things like Tic Tacs, you know, because I write everything on here, you know. In the morning when I wake up, I write my goals down. I write like daily affirmations, stuff I'm working on, goals I want to achieve. Okay, I murder these pages every day when I wake up, right? Middle, and I reinforce all my goals. Before I go to bed, again, I write my goals. Okay, and I write down everything that I got to do, to-do lists, right? I write down what went wrong on my bad trades, my best trades. I analyze them again, right? I write down everything that might be useful to me later, okay? Guys, listen, I deactivated the Facebook share button, but please share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Take a screenshot, a picture of the screen right now. I'll look pretty, okay? And please share it, all right? Because we need to get people in here, all right? We need to grow this money team, all right? People are losing money. We got to help them out, okay? So yeah, please understand in your mind and write it down. Write it down on a paper, on a piece of paper physically. Why did you start this? Why did you start investing? Right? What did you get into Forex? Because for me, it's a different reason than for you. When I started into Forex, I just wanted an outlet to invest money because I already had businesses before, right? I already had a bit of money. So this to me was, you know, I was looking at this investment, which is the way you should look at this, right? Not as a, you know, a get rich quick, you know, scheme of some sort, right? It's not like you deposit $1,000 and right now, and in a week you're gonna have 10,000. You know, that wasn't at all what I was trying to do. But you know, I got so dedicated into this and wanted to become the best trader in the world that, you know, I went to extreme lengths to learn everything, you know, the ins and outs of the markets, right? And I became a damn good trader at, you know, in the process, which is, you know, what I try to do, you know, in every endeavor I jump into. Okay, so if you're here in the money team, one of your goals must be to become the best trader in the world. If it's not, leave. Okay, if you do not want to become one of the best traders in the world, leave right now. Okay, this is only for winners, right? This is the wolf pack, right? We're all going to be millionaires from trading. Okay, if you have any doubt about that, stick around. Just stick around, because you'll see we're not just talking. This is not just hot hair. Okay, we back it up every day. We're making money. So one more thing, guys, that I wanted to talk about before we delve into actual trading, because today we're gonna analyze, let's see how many pairs I've paired it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs. We're gonna analyze 5 pairs. See if we can figure out some weekly swing trades. So next week, today we're gonna chart next week's trades. So if you're on this webinar or just got on, stick around, because I'm gonna give you trades for the next week so you can make pips on top of pips on top of pips on top of pips. Okay, and you're gonna see how we do it right now live. Okay. One more thing I gotta address real quick. People have been messaging me a lot also about indicators. Oh man, listen, I'm tired of the bullshit you're teaching. You know, you're just teaching trend lines and support and resistance. That's basic. I already learned that shit. That's so basic, man. All right, this is what people are actually messaging. That's so basic. I'm ready for more. Bro, listen, I got this shit, All right. The only reason I'm not talking about Ichimoku right now, the only reason I'm not telling you about, Akenashi candles, the only reason I'm not talking about RSI divergence, stochastics, uh, so many things. God damn it. So many things, Bollinger scalping, so many things. All right. You have no idea, but stick around. Stick around. You will learn in time, right? But people are messaging me a lot and saying, hey man, listen, we tired of this fucking, trend lines. This is too simple, too easy, right? I don't feel like I'm learning. Shit, listen, this is the reason why I'm not teaching more. Because first, you gotta master price action. That is the only reason why I'm not teaching all of these like advanced stuff. I'll tell you why advanced, right? Why are not we learning harmonics? Why don't we have an harmonic scanner, that gives us trades, and everybody making money off of these harmonic scanners? Jesus, man, listen, you can go and get yourself, an harmonic scanner. I can give you a fucking harmonic scanner. I can make one myself, all right? Because I make all my tools. I make all my indicators. I make all my expert advisors in-house, all right? I have a team of programmers to do it, all right? And you want to know why? Because all the other shit, it's just bullshit. All the other programs that you buy out there, they're shit. I'm not just talking. I bought them. I try everything. I know every single indicator out there. Every single expert advisor, I tried it. How many demo accounts do you think I have? I buy these fucking indicators and these EAs. I create a unique demo account for it, and I let it run for a couple of weeks. Let's see what it does. Let's put the automated strategy running. Let's see what it does. They all lose money. They all lose money, right? That's why I created my own. That's why I created, and right now I have 5 robots, 5 expert advisors, right? Each trading a different strategy. Okay, and I got everything from 1-minute scalpers all the way up to trend traders, big stuff. Like when I called the short trade on USD Jappy this week, it was one of my robots actually that called it. So salute to the 80 pips or whatever I did on that trade. Automatic. I didn't actually trade it myself. The robot just took the trade. But I'm not telling you need robots, you need indicators, you don't need any of that shit. So for the actual point of this conversation is for you to forget that. You don't need all of these advanced indicators. All of these advanced indicators, they are peddled by people that don't understand price action. They don't understand trading, real trading. They don't understand how actual money, real money is made in the markets. They can't analyze for shit. That's why they need to come up with all of these different tools and that are so complicated and fail so much. Like, they might give you 2 good trades out of 10. What about the rest? You lose money, but they're not talking about that, right? Right? Am I right or am I wrong? I'm right. I'm right. You don't need all these fancy indicators. That's bullshit. That's, forget about it. Why do I beat on price action every day? That is the most important. That is the easiest for you to learn on paper, because it's just trend lines and lines. Just lines. It's very simple, very easy to interpret. Okay, and we're gonna look into that again today. But we're gonna instead of me just talking and just like teaching, I'm gonna actually show you how to run the analysis and come up with the weekly trades. Okay, so listen. Learn price action first. Learn trend lines and support resistance. That is the most important thing. If anybody tells you it's too simple, if anybody tells you you need to learn more, you need new strategies, you need harmonic scanners, you need this and you need that, this is what you give them, okay? They're not real traders. They're not real traders. The simpler the system, the better, the more elegant it is, all right? If you can trade with one line, you will make money, okay? Very simple. Keep it simple, stupid, right? That's the name of the game. Also, I'll say it again. The less you trade, the more you make. So for all of you that are looking at charts every hour of every day, stop it right now. Stop it. We only trade London Open and New York Open. That's when there is volatility. That is when the markets move in a consistent pattern-like way, predictable fashion. That is when the big moves happen, when the institutional traders make the big changes, in money. That is when the market makers make their moves. London and New York Open. That is when we move. So if you cannot trade during those hours, you will have to trade during the Asian session, which is very slow, very messy. I don't recommend it. You can only make a few pips unless you're trading, like more exotic pairs. But you can still make money, right? It doesn't matter what time you have. If you only have, the Asian session to trade, we can all also make money. I won't send you signals during those times, but I will send you setups that you draw on your charts, and when it gets to key levels, you will understand, because I will tell you if you buy or you sell, right? I'll tell you, like, hey, draw this trend line on your chart. If it bounces off the trend line on the 1 hour, you buy. If it breaks the trend line, even by 1 pip, you short. Okay, this is what we do. All right, I take care of you guys, on any level, any way I can. Okay. All right, so let me just get situated here, because I got my stuff written down. So we already talked about demo accounts. You need a demo account to trade your own trades until you're a 90% accurate trader. Please get one demo account so you can learn, okay? So you can do all kinds of testing and figure out your own stuff, okay? And practice what we teach here every day. When to trade, London and New York session. Write this shit down, man. You think I look, I'm looking at charts because, I got a lot of screens and, I can just eyeball something and I know what I'm looking for. It doesn't matter, right? But you think I trade at all times? I don't. I have timers on my phone. On my phone, I have timers. All right, I have 3 timers. At 8 in the morning, at midday, all right, and at 10 o'clock at night. That's when I have my timers on my phone. Right, that's London session, New York session, and the Asian session, which, like 90% of the time I just ignore unless I see like a clean setup, right? Trade less, make more. Write this shit down. Trade less, make more. You trade twice a day, good. You're gonna make big money, okay? If you just trade our signals 2-3 times a day, money. You make what? 20, 30 pips, sometimes 50 pips per trade. Big money. Attention on lot sizes. You don't want to take crazy lot sizes. Only risk 2% of your account or 10% maximum of your account. Install our EA, link below. Install our expert advisor, our indicator, money team indicator. It will tell you the recommended lots for you to use, okay? And you got to be consistent with that. Always trade the same lot size. Updates on our website, all right? Everybody requested that we create a new website for the team so we can have centralized location to post all the training videos and all the setups, pictures of charts, and post the signals and all that stuff. I'm working on that, okay? So the designers are working on that. We should have something ready in about a week or 2, okay? So just so you understand, I'm giving you an update on that. It's not forgotten. It's in the process, all right? People are working on it, okay? So whenever it's ready, I'll let you know. What else do I got? Retreat, guys. This is, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so glad. Everybody's been giving me great feedback on the Traders Retreat. All right, everybody says it's a great idea. Everybody's excited about it. Everybody wants to come, and so I'm already starting to get some gears turning and looking at spaces and planning some events for us to take. I don't want to reveal too much right now, but mentions yachts and fast cars and party, right, and beach. Okay, keywords keywords for you to look out for. Okay, so we're all gonna make a ton of money, and you're all gonna come here to Portugal, right? Paradise. All right, and we're all gonna have an amazing time together, okay? Because I want to meet you in person, you know, hug you guys, and you know, really bond like a family, okay? All right. What else do I got? One more thing. This is a special request. Just before we start looking at charts, this is a special request, guys. Please help us grow. Help share. You know, whatever we're doing on the team. You know, so if you can on Instagram, start, you know, like taking pictures of your charts or of our setups, or take a picture of our indicator that says, you know, how many pips you did today, how much money you did today. You can blur out whatever you don't want to show, but so if you can just like start taking pictures of whatever we're doing, or take a picture of yourself, you know, like trading or something. If you can do those things, right? Just post them on Instagram, post them on Twitter, post them on Facebook, okay? In a totally non-douchey way. That would help out a lot. And just tag Maxima. Tag Maxima, send people over, all right? Send people over. That'd be amazing. If you're on Instagram, just let me know. Send me a private message on WhatsApp, and I'll send you also like a set of tags to use, because that's gonna help get a lot of visibility also. So please, post those pictures, tag Maxima, let me know so I can give you like some tags to use, and we can brainstorm. I can teach you some stuff, you know, to help you grow your account, and help get the word out quicker, okay? So that would be, guys, much appreciated, because we really need to get to 100 people so we can do the Traders Retreat, okay? We will only actually do it after 100 people are, you know, actively enrolled in the team, right? We need those numbers. That's it. My spiel is done, and now we can start trading. All right. So let me just load up the charts here, real quick. Let's see. Let me actually look at the chat real quick. Everybody getting out of the cold. Yeah, everybody coming here to sunny Portugal. We're gonna have some real fun, guys. All right. All right, what is this? All right, cool. Everybody having fun so far? We just had to cover our bases. You know how it is. Before we actually start doing some trading, we always cover our bases, and we always have some real talk. We gotta have this tough talk, this family time talk, right? Okay, I'm just letting you know what's up. Okay. Let me actually switch over to the charts. All right, how do I do this thing? Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. Man, this Google Hangout sometimes is a pain in the butt. All right, you should be seeing my screen. Everybody seeing the screen? Good. Okay. Oh, guys, one more thing, because I see people also like trying to trade weird ass pairs. We don't trade exotics like this shit. Like, you know, so many bad pairs. See these ones that I'm clicking, stuff like this, you know. You don't want to trade this. Don't get involved in this, because I know. I see what you guys are doing. Some of you are like, nah, man, I'm gonna trade that pair. I'm gonna trade that weird fucking pair, which I don't even know what country it means, because I see it moves like 500 pips a day. I see it moves like 500 pips a day. So if it moves more pips, I can make more money. Wrong, buddy, wrong. Because pips There's two things why that's wrong. Pips is a percentaging point, so it depends a lot on the price. See the price changes. So if you make 10 pips on Euro USD, you're going to make a different amount than if you make 10 pips on USD JAPY, because the value of the currency is different. So, you understand what I mean? The percentage in points, right, which is the pip, is different. So you're going to make different amounts of money. So on some of these weird exotic pairs, you might need to make 100 pips to make the same amount of money that you would make with like 20 pips on like Euro USD. Okay, plus these exotic pairs, they have very little structure, so you really have no business trading it. We only trade the major 9 pairs. Okay, the major 9 pairs, and we're going to be looking at the Euro USD, the GBP USD, USD JAPY, GBP JAPY, and AUD USD today. Okay, we're going to be looking at those 5. So let me take a look here. So let's all load up. Why is it saying? No, I don't want to confuse you guys. Let's load AUD USD. Can we do that? Load up that chart. You all should be seeing this, because this is the setup. This is the setup that I already shared with the team. All right, so you guys are getting this exact same screen, correct? You all have this moving average with the settings we gave you. You all have our indicator. This indicator is fire, so please have it. You all have the fractals now to help you identify support and resistance levels and to help you draw better trend lines. Yeah. So let's start our analysis. First of all, we go and we get started on the daily chart. Okay, so we go on the daily chart, and here's where we get started. So let's see if we have like any immediate trend line. Just keep in mind, guys, this I'm doing this fresh. All right, so I don't have anything done. So we have a big support level down here, same here, big support level. See, when you see we're talking about daily candles, 2 daily candles stopping exactly at the same point and having these long wicks. This is massive support, guys, massive support. Okay, so we draw lines there. We draw our lines there. You know what? I'm actually gonna drop this line a little bit, or better yet, I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna leave it right here, because you see this doji. So if you guys don't know about candlestick patterns, please go on Baby Pips and learn about candlestick patterns, because those are important. Those are important when you're trading price action on the spot, so you understand like what kind of, if you're trading like a 15-minute chart and you see a rejection candle form, then you get out of that trade, or it's a reverse, it's a reversal is about to come. So you got to understand these things. So please go and study candlestick patterns. How do I put some text on here so you see candlestick patterns? So please go and learn candlestick patterns, okay? Because this is important. All right. So let's try and identify some more of these support and resistance points. All right, we have something. Do you have something here? When I see one of these candles, I always pay attention. Because those are good reversal indicators. All right, these little candles, these dojis, right? They're good reversal indicators. So we drop a line right here. What else do we have? We have something here, right? Can we see something here? Yeah, we see something here. All right, and we can actually draw another one a little bit lower, right? We can draw something here also. And keep in mind, these are big gaps, all right? It might seem like, you know, it's small gaps, but no, these are, look at this, like 30 pip gaps. Some of these gaps are, you know, huge. But we always try and use like the least amount of lines we can use, the best. It's the better. But you know, sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you just want to do like, you know, a more comprehensive view of things. All right. So let's see if we can do like, let's see if we can make sense of a trend line. Does this make sense? This trend line for you? Right? This trend line makes a lot of sense to me. Right? Guys, can you, all right, let me go on the chat. Can you just type in? Can you type in on the chat if you are understanding everything, if you're seeing it, if, can you just let me know if we're all on the same page here? Please, thank you. I just want to make sure everybody's following and everybody understands what we're doing. What are the major 9 pairs? So you want to trade the Euro USD, the GBP USD, USD JAPY, AUD USD, USD Swiss, NZD USD, USD CAD. What else am I forgetting? I'm forgetting 2, right? But yeah, those are the biggest. Those are the biggest pairs you should be trading. Right? It's pointless for you to be analyzing even all 9 pairs. Really, just pick. You know, your favorite, in a way, 3, and trade that. Now, you shouldn't really have favorite pairs. You shouldn't have favorite pairs. My favorite pair is whatever pays. And right now, the USD JAPY is paying a lot. So whatever pairs are in trend is the ones we like the most, really. But you know, it doesn't really matter because we make money on anything. Even on a sideways market, we can make money. So that's really it. All right, let me go back to the charts. Okay. Let's see if we can have like a trend line from the bottom here. Let's see if anything makes sense. This is being really weird. I cannot draw a damn trend line. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense to me right now. I cannot draw one trend line on the daily that makes sense. So we don't do it. We only do trend lines that make sense. All right, one more support and resistance level around here. Okay. We want to get it like as clean as possible, as precise as possible. All right. The more touches you have, the better. Okay. So you got to always try and do the cleanest lines you can possibly do. Okay. So we do our analysis on the daily chart, which we already did. This is pretty much what we can identify here. Then we go over to the 4-hour chart. Okay. Then we go to the 4-hour chart. Now, this is looking a little better. A little better, and what I mean is a little different. All right, a little better and also a little different. So look at this. I'm immediately spotting this trend line. I'm immediately spotting this trend line. Can you see this? Guys, please pay attention. This is really important. I'm immediately spotting this trend line. Can I zoom in so you guys can see a clear break? Can you see this? This is a clear break of this downwards trend line. You see this? we're on the 4 hour. The 4 hour is very important. Okay, so let me delete this. Let me just delete this. But downward trend line was broken, and our moving average was also broken to the upside. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means we can possibly, most likely, we are most likely seeing a push up. We are most likely seeing a push up, which is a very different view from the daily, right? On the 4 hour, we see a push up. So if it decides to push up, to what level will it go? So we got this target level, right? We got our resistance level that we just drawn out, okay? And we have this downward trend line, okay? So if we go long, on AUD USD, we have a possible 30 pip take profit all the way up to 50 pip. 30. So we have 30 to 50 pips. You know, we have a 30 to 50 pip trade here on the AUD USD. Okay, let's look more closely. Let's see if we can do like some sort of trend line down, or a lower trend line. Let's see what we can do. Let's try and make some sense out of this. Now, this isn't really something. I'm not really happy with this trend line. It doesn't look that clean to me, right? It doesn't look that clean to me, but prices are currently sticking right at it. They are adhering right at it, okay? So here's what I'd like to see. I would like to see, for a good entry, I would like to see a close above this trend line, all right? This trend line doesn't really mean much to me, but I would like to see this 4 hour candle close above this trend line. And if it just peeps out of the daily pivot point, which is this yellow line here, let me zoom in. When it peeps out of this yellow line, right, when it goes a little bit over, then it's for me, it would be the most perfect entry on this position, right? And if it peaks out a little bit, right, let's say you enter here, okay, you would still make a clean, you know, 18, 20 pips at least, right? So then you can automatically set your take profit to this line here, to this resistance, and then you're just gonna watch on the 1 hour. Okay, let me zoom out. Then you're just gonna watch on the 1 hour how it interacts with this resistance point. Okay, so if it hits this point and immediately retraces, then you definitely take profits. If it starts to break this trend line, this resistance line, then you can go long again. Then you can open another position, right? You can open another position up until this higher trend line. Okay, but let's check it on the 1 hour, because this is see, like my trend line that I didn't think was that great, that I drew on the 4 hour. Look what it's doing on the prices right now. You see what's going on? So at first glance, this is a trend line you probably would not draw. You probably would not draw this, right? But now you're seeing it actually has some power, because the prices are starting to retrace a little bit from here. Now, here's what I think will happen. Prices should probably retrace. I think they are on a retrace right now. They will retrace probably to around our moving average, right? And then they will bounce back up to the support resistance line. So this is the trade. This is the trade I see developing. Okay. Now we never trade counter trend, so I do not recommend that you take a short here. And you know, it could, you know, it's possibly just like a 10 pip retrace or something like that. Okay, so do not go short, because we never trade counter trend. Never, never, never. Okay, but on a bounce of our moving average, right, it should go back up. It should break this little trend line that we have here, and it should add out to our resistance line and possibly break it and go test our bearish trend line that we drew on the 1 day on the daily time frame. Please go on the chat and let me know if this all makes sense. Let me look at the chat real quick. This needs to make sense to everybody. Please let me know if this makes sense. Go on the chat right now and let me know. All right. Thanks, Fred. Guys, please, I need you guys interacting, so please use the chat. Yeah, so that trend line I didn't like too much is a little hard to understand. Yeah. Okay. So let me go back to the 4 hour where I drew this trend line. This trend line, this one right here, I don't like it very much, but as you can see, it is interacting with price. And the only reason why I drew it is because you should always have two trend lines. You should always try and draw a channel, right? So you can have a clear idea of what's going on. And trend lines don't need to be like obeyed all the time, right? So if we draw our trend line and it breaks, you sell. If it bounces, you buy. It's very simple, right? So the trend lines, it's a trading system all by itself. So that's why I started teaching you guys that. So why did I do this here? Because as you can see, it has a couple of bounces, right? It has a couple of bounces. You want your trend line to hold not just the wicks, but the bodies of the candles, right? We don't really care that much about the this part here, the wicks. We care about the bodies, right? When we're talking about these higher time frames, especially, we care about the bodies, not necessarily the wicks. And as you can see, this held the bodies of the candles right here. Then we had a break, a clean break of the trend line, and a retest, right? And a retest. So that is the only reason why I drew it, because I want to see how it interacts with this line. Because if it's just a retest, it will come back down. If it breaks it, then we have conviction on a higher move, on a higher push. So this is something that you will start doing with practice. You will start doing this with practice. You will start picking up on these small movements, and you will get better. One more thing I want to share with you just before we continue here. Let me go on to 1 minute, just to teach you something, and I need you to remember this for the rest of your lives, because this is important. So the market moves in a fractal way. So what does that mean? The market is fractal. It means if you understand the movements on the 1 minute chart, okay, you will understand the movements on a 5 minute, on a 15 minute, on a 1 hour, on the daily. Basically what I'm saying is the market moves exactly the same. Doesn't matter if it's on the 1 minute or the 1 hour. The rules are exactly the same, right? So the market is fractal. It means it is exactly the same on a small scale as it is on a big macro scale, all right? The only reason we only trade the higher time frames is because, well, it's pretty much impossible for you to be trading on a 1 minute unless you're very experienced and you have a higher tolerance for risk. and you have less freaks on the higher time frames. And the freak is just a movement that, you know, it doesn't correspond to what's expected in a sense, right? Something that's just completely out of tune with you know, like the big picture of the movement that's happening. All right, so I don't want you guys here on the 1 minute. I don't even want you guys here on the 5 minute. All right, I want you guys here on the 15 minute and higher, and ideally 1 hour and, you know, 4 hour for your you know, setups. When you're doing your analysis for your setups, I want you guys here on the 4 hour. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense, this AUD trade. All right, so guys, please draw this on your charts. Please draw this AUD trade on your charts, because we will make a ton of money. We will make a ton of money on this trade come next week. And of course, if you're on the money team, you will get a signal. You will get a signal exactly when to enter. So, you know, just to recap, trend is up, right? Trend is bullish, but immediately we are expecting a quick retrace. A quick retrace. All right, let's move on to the big pairs. Guys, how are we doing on time? How are we doing on time? Is everybody okay? Because we're always you know, a little long-winded. So let's take a look at the Euro USD. If you guys don't know how to change the you know, the pairs real quick, you just click the space bar and you enter in, you know, your currency, and then you hit enter, and it brings up the chart right away. Okay, so that's like the pro way to do it. That's how you know, go from chart to chart to chart real quick. Okay, so we're gonna be doing the same exact analysis on this. I don't think we're gonna have time to go through all the 5 pairs that I had listed, but at least we're gonna try and go through this one. Yeah. Okay, so let's start again, the same process. We go on the daily chart and we start doing our support and resistance, right? Because this is like the most important thing, and you got to do this. You simply got to do this, right? So I'm doing this a little quicker because at this point you already know, right? You already know what's going on. You already seen me doing this. I already explained to you a bunch of this, and it should just, you know, make a lot of sense, right? Look at this. Look at this. All right, so we bounced off of this. We just bounced off of this. I mean, if you want to do this lower one also, you know, I like to use less lines, but you know, I have, you know, a bit more. So we can even put it here. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna remove this one. I think this line is more accurate. This line is a lot more accurate. This line is very important. Also, real lesson here. When you see something like this, so here's what I mean. You see a trend line. You see a support and resistance point where it held prices going up. So here's resistance, right? Here's strong resistance. Prices couldn't go higher, and then they break, right? Then they break the strong resistance line, and they come back down and test it, right? And they held prices very well, right? And now they became support. A fractal will appear here in the next 2 days. A fractal will appear here, right? And it will indicate this is a very strong point that now became support. So these lines, we will leave them here for a very long time because they are very important and they hold prices very, very well. Okay. So one more thing I want to do real quick is right here. I wanna put a line on our moving average. Okay, I want to put a line here on our moving average because I think just by looking at it, just by pure experience, I know the prices are going up and are going to interact with our moving average, and most likely then we're going to continue down. Most likely what will happen is something like this, right? Most likely what will happen is something like this. We will have a bounce around here and we'll continue down, but for the immediate time we will continue up until we interact with this line. So this is just based on experience, guys. I'm telling you right now what's about to happen. I want to do one more trend line down here real quick. I want to do this. Sounds good to me. This looks real good to me. This looks real good to me. So I'm just on the daily. I'm just on the daily chart right now, and without doing any further analysis, I can already tell you in my mind this is what's going to happen. We're going to have a pull up until this until our moving average, and most likely it will bounce and we will break this thing. We'll break this fucking line, all right? We'll penetrate right through it, and we will hit this this trend line. All right, this is without doing much more analysis on it. This is, you know, just because I know price action and because I understand it so damn well. This is what I'm seeing right away. This is the trade I'm calling without doing any further analysis. Okay, but let's continue on. So what you do after we do, you know, this initial setup here, you know, I don't see another trend line. Like, you know, we cannot do anything like this. You see, like, you see this, we can't really do this. But check this out. This trend line was in play. Of course it was. This trend line I just drew, it was in play. Here it was broken, right? Convincingly broken. And now, quite possibly, it will come for a retest, right? So we have these two trend lines, they meet here, and probably here is you know, by this time is when prices will reach this point. Usually when two on the X, you know, on the X spot, around this time frame, a little, a few time frames before, or immediately after, or sometimes exactly on the dot, exactly on the cross, that's when we have like a big move, right? That's when markets decide to make like some crazy moves. So I'm gonna just delete this one because this is just for your better understanding. Let's go on a 4-hour. So what can we do on a 4-hour? What can we do on a 4-hour? All right, check this out. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. Look how it interacted so perfectly with our moving average. Look at this. It touched it. It touched it to the pip. To the pip. So in the last webinar, everybody was, when I was explaining this moving average, why we use it, you know, I had some guys asking, why are we using all these weird settings on this moving average, and why the 10 and why the high and why so many different things, and why don't we use just normal moving average? What, you know, what's special with this one? This is what's special with this one. All right, this is what's special. It's the best possible thing I can give you, that if you just trade this system, you will make money. I had guys that are not even on the money team. They just watched you know, our training webinars, and you know, they're tagging me on pictures, and they're sending me private messages on Instagram saying, hey man, thank you so much, because I watched your webinar the other day and I applied what you taught, and I made, you know, like a bunch of tips. Like some guys showing me like 200-300 pip trades, and you know, some crazy setups. So guys, please pay attention, learn this stuff, it's important. And if you have any questions, like if you think you see a trade and you're not really sure, you send me a private message on WhatsApp. All right, on the money team, guys, so I'm here for you. So you send me a private message and you say, hey man, so here's the setup I'm seeing on this pair on this time frame, what do you think? Okay, and you know, I'll let you know, because I'm here for you, man. I don't want you losing no money, right? You take my trades, you make money, right? You learn, you do your own setups, trade on the demo until you're damn good. If you have any questions, just ask me. All right. If we need to do some more live trading sessions, we're still trying to figure out how to actually do that, because everybody needs to be notified at the same time without lag and stuff like that. But you know, we will figure it out and we'll start doing those more consistently. Okay. So here's what happens. Let me actually draw another support line here. Actually, this is a resistance line, because prices just touched it and immediately bounced back. So let's move back. All right, so everything makes sense, right? Everything makes sense on this 4-hour time frame. All the analysis we did makes sense, right? So this is what we're waiting for. We are waiting on a break. We are waiting on a break of this resistance line right here that we just drew. All right, we're waiting on a break of this. We want the prices to go to this resistance that we draw a little higher, right, around this area. Doesn't need to be exactly this, right? It might be around this area, and then we will see another drop, right? Then we will see another drop. Same setup I called here on the daily. We are getting confirmation here on the 4-hour. All right, but please wait until we have a clear break of this resistance line. Guys, please go on the chat right now. Please go on the chat and let me know if you guys are understanding this, if it all makes sense. And one more thing, I'm running out of battery, because I usually time these things by my battery time, right? It's right around the 1-hour time frame. If you want to keep going, please type in on the chat. Please type in on the chat if you want to keep going, because I can keep going for maybe another hour if you want to, and we can analyze some more pairs. Please, can you please let me know? And keep going. All right, guys, do me one huge favor. Do me one huge favor. Please share our feed. Please go on Instagram, take a picture of the screen, tag Maxima, and let people know we're dropping some fire here. Can you please do that? So I'm gonna run and I'm gonna grab my charger real quick. While I do that, can you guys please just share it, right, and have like a bathroom break? All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I'll be back in a few minutes. You guys are still there? Can you please go on the chat and let me know? I just want to make sure everybody's still with me. Just shared it. I need to follow you. Of course, buddy. Of course I will. All right. You guys, please make sure you share. I'm just having some dark chocolate. Really good for you guys. You don't take this shit. Okay? You gotta take care of your brain and your body. Yeah. Right? We're a team of high performers. Right? Hey man, we want a good life, but we gotta take care of ourselves. Yeah. I promise you, you will have everything that you ever wanted out of this life. Right? And the only thing that's stopping you, if you think it's money, it's not. Because we're about to get all that money. All the money you want, all the money you ever thought you needed, we're gonna get that and multiple times more. Because let me tell you something, it's not about the money. All right, it's not about the money. It's about the mindset. And when you conquer the mindset, you will get all the money that you ever wished. Real talk right now. All right, you got some questions? Why I'm drawing the support line on the body of the candle inside of the week? Okay, good question. I already explained, but I'll go over it again. Okay, let me share my screen again. God damn, this Google Hangouts, man, is giving me an error right now. This is the worst. This is the worst, man. Why can't I share my screen? All right, guys, hold on, because we're having a little bit of a technical problem. I'm about to go ham on this. Wait a second, it's coming up. All right, I see it now. 1 second, 1 second. All right, we're on. We're back on. Everybody can see it? Holla at me if you can see it. Guys, one thing, are you watching the webinar on your phones or on a computer? Because I don't see you guys like posting on the chat. Are you guys just lazy to type, or computer? Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, I mean, you should watch it on a computer because, you know, I mean, we're looking at charts and doing analysis, so you need to like draw the same lines that I'm drawing real time. That's how you take advantage of this. All right, so where were we? We were on this euro, on this damn euro. All right, so you asked me, why did I draw the trend line through the bodies of the candle and not the wick? All right, so this is something important, and if you can please go watch the first webinar we did I explain trend lines in very detail, in a lot of detail. All right, guys. So I just got a message here. If you're on a PC, and you don't see the chat application, what you could do is real quick, just reload the page. Just reload the page, and you should see on the bottom right hand corner a chat application. All right. So why should we do it? Here's the thing. You want the most touches. All right, you want the most. That's why I recommend you guys to install the fractals indicator, because it will make it easier for you to draw these trend lines. So, for example, here, where should I draw my trend line? Should I draw it on the wicks? Should I draw it on the wicks, right? Or should I draw it on the body? In this case, I should draw it on the wicks, because that gives me the most touches, correct? Do you understand what I mean? You draw it based on the most touches that you get. For example, if you were to do one here, all right? If you were to do one here, let's say from the top down, okay? What did you do? Would you do it on the wick, or would you do it on the body of the candle? Wick, right? Wick, or body of the candle. Here, you would actually do it on the body of the candle, because you get more touches. And it's all about touches. It's all about relevancy. The most relevant the trend line, the better. Now, there are some occasions where you really don't know if you should do the trend line on the wick or on the body. And in those cases, because the difference is like drastic, so in those cases, what we do is we do both. For example, if you were to do something, right? If you were to do something like this, well, this is not a good example. I don't really see a good example to show you on this pair. Let's try go on a 1 hour. Yeah, guys, I don't really see a good example on this pair. But basically what I'm saying is this. For example, here, on some occasions, the trend lines have such a big difference that you should do two trend lines, one in the body, right, and one in the wick, like this. You understand what I'm saying? On some occasions, the difference is so drastic. The difference is so drastic that both trend lines are into play. For example, in this one, when it broke this trend line, you could go until the next, which is, you know, just like 15 pips. But this is what I'm saying. You do it in a way that it gets the most touches. The most touches is the most relevant trend line, okay? And if you're in doubt, you do it like this, like I'm showing you right now. You do one that touches the wick, right? That touches the wicks. And you do another one that touches the body of the candle, right? All right, let's delete these lines. So that's what you do. Does that make sense? All right. All right, cool. Let me go back in. I'm just looking at the chat real quick to see what we're doing, all right? Okay. So I don't even want to do any more analysis here on the 1 hour on this euro. Basically, it's what it is. I mean, I think right now we're going up, all right? We're going to touch this resistance, and then we're going to crash down, same as we did here on the daily Same as we did here on the daily analysis. Right, on the 1 hour, I'm not seeing anything like drastically different. I'm seeing a big interaction here with this line, so this line is important. So what we do not want to see, what we do not, all right, want to see, if we see this, it will cancel our scenario. Is if on the 1 hour chart, if you see one candle break through our moving average, retrace and touch our moving average, and then crash down, all right, if we see this happening, this will cancel, obviously, our scenario, all right? So we do not want to see, all right, we do not want to see this. If on the 1 hour, if it breaks our moving average, goes back and touches the moving average again and bounces, doesn't break it, then this will cancel this entire scenario that we were talking about. But I don't think that's going to happen. All right, the most likely scenario is what we discussed here on the daily time frame for the euro. Okay, quick retrace up, touch our line, touch this resistance right here, and head back down for a bigger touch on our trend line. Hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully this makes sense. All right. Guys, you know how it is. Please let me know this all makes sense, so we can keep going and analyzing a few more pairs. All right, awesome. Yeah, we got quite a few people on, which is amazing. So thank you guys so much for sharing the screen, for sharing the feed. All right, we really need this. Okay, we really need the whole team sharing the screen, right? Sharing what we're doing, because this is you know, it's what we do, man. It's what we do. We help out people. We're changing our lives. We're changing our lives. Okay, we're out here. We're learning a skill that we wouldn't anywhere else in the world learn it. Right? Everybody says they lose money on the stock market. Shit, man, we ain't losing no money. We're making money every day. How can you lose money? You just don't know what you're doing. You're around the wrong people. It's very important to be around a team of winners. Around a team of people that are every day learning, getting better. Practicing a success mindset, doing what they're preaching every day, producing results every day. Oh God, we got some nice choppers going by the street here. Damn, those are nice. All right, let's get back on point. It's important, guys. It's important to be around a team of winners. That's why we're here. All right. So Ned is asking, why don't we draw the trend lines on 1 hour and okay, so listen, this is all stuff that we covered like on our first webinar. So guys, please watch the replays. Go on our YouTube or go on our website, watch the replays, because we go into real deep analysis and real deep conversation about these trend lines and these support and resistances. But I'll go over it again because we got a lot of new people here in the room. So here's what it's all about. You do your analysis starting from the top down. Okay, so you start on the daily, you figure out your setups. Okay, you go down to the 4 hour, you go down to and you do your setups, right? And you go down to the 1 hour, and on the 1 hour is basically where you execute. Now, we had a brother here asking, dude, why don't you do your trend lines only on the 1 hour And when we have a breakout on the 1 hour, that's when we trade. Here's why. Because if you only trade on one time frame, you are blind. If you only trade on the 1 hour, or if you only trade on the 15-minute, or some crazy people only trade on the 5-minute, you are blind. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing, Jon Snow. All right? You're just blind. Imagine if you could only see 5 feet in front of you, and that is the entire world that you know is 5 feet ahead of you. You would know nothing. How can you navigate? How do you know how to get in and out of trades? How do you know what's coming down the pipe? How can you predict news events? How can you set your stop losses and you take profits correctly so that they don't get hit by market makers? Because market makers do this. All the dumb money, all the scared little monies down here on the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 1 minute, right? Because they think, oh, I'm real smart, and, I can scalp the markets and make a ton of money, just 1 pip here, 1 pip there, ha ha ha, I'm so smart, right? So here's what the market makers do. Everybody on the 15-minute, they're like, oh man, this is a beautiful resistance. All right, this doesn't exist. Like from here on, it doesn't exist. Like, let's say all you could see is here. All you could see is, until this line here. Oh man, like real amazing. Support. This is a resistance, beautiful resistance point. Oh, look at this, 3 touches. Oh my God, it's a triple top. It's a triple top. Oh, so amazing. Look at this. Oh, I got a beautiful trend line here. Oh, look on the wick of the can. Oh, so beautiful. Look. Oh, so amazing. I got this beautiful trade. Every time it touches, I'll fucking buy it. And here I'll take profit. And you know what? Right, it was the 3rd touch, right? It's a triple top. It's a triple top. The markets are gonna drop like 500 pips. The markets are gonna go crazy. We're gonna make so much money. I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini tomorrow. Okay, this is what you're thinking, because you can only see this much. Your world is this big. You don't know nothing. Okay, here's what the market makers do. What you do is, oh man, I'm gonna make so much money. You take a short here. It touches here, you take a short, correct? Here's what you do. You set your take profit, you set your stop loss, because you're real smart, you set your stop loss around here, okay? Just a few pips above resistance, right? This is where you set your stop loss, right? Because you're real smart, right? You're real smart, and you understand the market so much, okay? You start making some pips. How many pips do you make here, right? You have a break of the trend line, sure, blah, 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 okay. You make some pips. You make your 15 pips. But you're like, dude, 15 pips, that's nothing. That's chump change. I can't buy a fucking Lamborghini on 15 pips, right? I can't buy a Lamborghini on 15 pips. I need like 50 pips, 100 pips. Come on, man, let's make some real money. So you're like, nah, we're good. We're going to continue, right? We're going to continue to short. I have my, I had like 3 touches there. So it's a strong resistance point. I mean, it's impossible, I mean, it will just retrace a little bit, prices will retrace a little bit, I'm going to be okay, right? So, you're watching, right? Prices start going back up. You see your profits disappearing, right? It touches our moving average. You're like, haha, I knew, man. I'm such a good trader. I'm the best trader in the world. Look at this shit, ha ha ha, right? Sell again, right? It touched the line, sell again, right? I'm gonna make so much money on this, ha ha ha, right? You're making a little bit more money, bam, bam, bam. Okay, keeps coming down. You're in the money again. You don't stop. You don't get out of the position, because you think you're gonna, this is gonna crash so much. You're gonna make like 50 pips on this trade, right? You keep going, right? So then again, prices start going back up again. You're like, perfect, man. Just another small retrace. I'll, when it gets back to the line, I'll just sell it again. Give me money. Give me money. I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini tomorrow. Okay, this is what you do. But here's what happens. This is a complete 100% market maker move. Look at our line. This is on London Open. This is during London Open session, right? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You only trade London Open and New York Open. All right, our indicator will tell you, right? It draws these little lines, right? The green line is London Open, this pink, line is New York Open. So you only trade during those times. And here's what happens. This is when all the smart money moves. This is when all the moves happen. This is where you make 50 pips on a quick trade, right? This is where everything happens during London and New York Open. So this is a typical market maker move. They jack up the price so fucking quick, and this candle, this is a 15-minute candle, right? But this all happens in like a minute or two, right? This spike that you see here, it all happens in like 1 minute or two, because that's how these motherfuckers operate. They take all your money. They take all your money. It goes up, it breaks through all this fucking shit so quick, so damn quick. Trust me, you don't have time. You don't have time to close it, even if you're watching. Even if you're watching. Imagine if you go to the bathroom, right? You go take a shit. When you come back, it blew through your fucking stop loss. It killed all your profits. Goodbye, Lamborghini. And, on top of that, you just blew your account. What do you tell me about that? This is a typical market maker move. They spike up the prices, so they blow through everybody's stop loss. Everybody's stop loss gets hit, okay, and then they go the right direction, and they just do it in such a quick fashion. If you're a newbie, you don't have a chance against these motherfuckers, because they got this down to these are robots trading. All right, there's nothing you can do. This is an automated system. They calculate this. Okay, they calculate this all through algorithms. And they do this in and out. They do this every day, and you don't even know it. This is how they're making their money, right? They control all the prices. They got you on this little box. Let me do a little box. They got you on this little bullshit box all night. All right, let me pull back. They got you on this little bullshit box all night, okay? Because if this is the Asian session, right? Nothing happens. It's just bullshit, right? Right? This is just consolidation, strong consolidation, and this is where they make their money, right? They blow through everybody's stop losses, and then they go the right direction. Okay, I don't want to, I don't want to go too much into the market maker, strategies and methods, but I just want you to be aware of what's happening and how they're manipulating prices and what's actually going on. Okay. I want you to understand what's actually going on, because nobody's explaining this to you, and this is how they're taking your money, because they're making money every day regardless. They're making money, okay? And it's because of strategies like this. So if you're on a 15-minute chart, you don't know what the hell is happening. You don't know what kinds of crazy the market can do to you. If your view of the world is the 15-minute chart, you are doomed. You are doomed. You are doomed. And I'll tell you what, all the pro traders don't use a stop loss. We free trade. Okay? Because we know with so much certainty where the prices is going. Okay? We only trade when we're absolutely sure. And what happens is we filter out through all these, market makers bullshit, because we know what's happening. Actually, if we identify a move like this, a clean, a typical surgical market maker move like this, we will know, yo, it's time to enter heavy. It's time to enter heavy, because it's gonna be, it's gonna be a big drop. They just took everybody's money, and now they're going the right direction. So now we go big, right? So, but this is something you cannot trade. You cannot trade these type of setups without experience. That's why you're on a money team, because we got your back, and we know all this, all of their little dirty tricks, and we got you covered, right? All right. So your view of the world cannot be limited to the 15-minute chart. You got to do this exactly like I explained to you, daily, analysis, 4-hour analysis, 1-hour analysis, and you wait on the 1 hour. You wait on the 1 hour for your setups. This is where you wait. If you're completely impatient, then you go on a 15-minute and you wait for the setup. But all the lines have been drawn on the higher time frames where there is less noise. All right. And one more thing you got to understand is take profits. Learn to take your profits. Learn to take your profits. All right. Don't try and make 100 pips. Don't try and make 100 pips on every trade. All right. Take your, take your 10 pips, take your 15 pips. I tell you all the time, when you're 10 pips in profit, please go ahead and move your stop losses. Move your stop losses to break even. Because that's how we stay safe. That's how we make money. That's how we make money, guys. Does that make sense? Can you go on the chat? Can you please go on the chat and let me know that makes sense? Because listen, I'm just sharing with you some real shit. Like, who's explaining this to you? You probably had no idea about these type of things. So can you please just let me know in the chat? Give it to me raw, guys. Seriously. I actually need to know if you guys are learning from this and taking anything from this. Yeah. So I'm just having a cigar here while we chat, because again, if you're new to this is very, this is very informal. All right, we're just having a chat. All right, we're family basically. All right, and we're here just learning and making money and changing our lives and and connecting, learning a new skill. Right, just learning a new skill. We don't do this because we have nothing better to do. Right, so everybody that's like wanting to trade every minute of every day and looking for setups that don't exist and they're messaging me all the times, hey bro, post trades. You don't understand. Your job as a professional trader or a future master of the markets, right, is to understand movement so clinically that you will be able to extract money from the market at any time. But you will be smart and you will wait for the right setups. So you never put your money at risk. Never, 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 never. Priority number one is to protect your money. Protect your money. Because if you take a couple of dumb trades, right? If you take a couple of dumb trades and you lose your capital, then you can't jump on a good setup. That's simple. You can't jump on a good setup when you actually get the opportunity. So you got to be real smart. You got to be real smart and only trade like really high probability setups. It's something I'm always hammering on, and I'll keep hammering on it until you understand it completely, 100%. Okay. So guys, let's go back to the charts. We still got a few pairs to analyze here. And again, if you have any questions, chat, guys. I want to see that chat blowing up. I want to see that chat blowing up. I want to make sure you guys are with me, right? It's not just watching, right? You're not watching TV, right? You're not watching TV. So please, let's get the interaction going, okay? All right, let's go back to the screen, to the charts. All right. All right, can you see this? Can you see this? Good, 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 good. Always trail your positions. Yeah. Always trail your. Here's the thing, and the only time we do not trail our positions is when we are trend trading. When we are trend trading, we don't want to trail. We just want to compound. We might compound on a trade every 4 hours or so. Whenever prices touch critical points in bounce, we will be compounding. And whenever we get a good setup like that, I will message everybody on the money team, and we will all make a ton of money from those trend trades. All right, we got a few more pairs to analyze. So you all understand what we're doing here on the euro. Yeah, euro up, touch the resistance, down to this trend line on the daily. Everybody draw this. I hope everybody has already drawn this because we're moving on. Let's take a look at USD JAPI. Oh man, I love the JAPI right now. All right, where's it? USD JAPI. All right, you see how many lines I have here? This is bullshit. We got to clean all this stuff up. All right, delete everything. All right, delete everything. Delete everything. See, if your indicator stops working, this is what you do. You just go change time frames, and everything will start working again. Okay. All right. So let's take a look here. Oh my God, we got some juicy. We got some juicy here on the JAPI. All right. I don't even want to do anything here on the daily. I don't even want to do anything here on the daily because the last update we had here on the JAPI, we gave out a big short position, and we make a ton of money. And so yeah, so we're not touching it again. Let me just draw something real quick. Like I told you, I love these candles. See these dodgies? I love these candles. I love to put like support and resistance on these candles. All right, because they're just so damn accurate, so damn accurate. So let's go on. But just so everybody understands, let me go real quick back to the daily. So here we are still seeing a short, right? We're still seeing a short. And we can, I mean, very quickly, right? We can put a couple of support levels like this, right? We can make like these two support levels here, just so you're not like completely blind, so you know where to take profits if you were to go short. But I'm not recommending anybody go short yet. All right, so let's do some analysis. So this is the 4 hour. On 4 hour, okay, we have this beautiful short, right? Let me actually draw something here so you understand. Draw a rectangle. All right. Actually, there would be no trading like on this area. I can even actually pull it up a little bit more. There would be no trading on this area, right? Until we broke out of this box, you wouldn't touch it. Until we broke out of this box, you wouldn't touch this this pair. But it's really good because the JAPI usually just trends a lot. But here's what we got. All right, so we had like this trend line here. Short was broken. Short was broken. Right here. It might signal a reversal. Right? It might signal that we're now going long, but not really. Not really, because it only lasted for a little bit, as you can see. And then we crossed down on our moving average again, and we've been shorting again and again and again and again, right? So here's what's happening. It looks like we are having a little bit of a bounce. It looks like we are having a little bit of a bounce here on the 4 hour of this line. So where could we possibly go? Right here. All right. You already know our moving average is fire. Okay. So you already know on the 4 hour, what you want to see for a trend continuation is a touch and a bounce. A touch and a bounce. All right. Let's zoom in. You want to see a touch and a bounce, right, to jump back into trend. All right. That signals to you that we are still very much in trend. So until we have a 4 hour candle closing its body, right, a 4 hour candle body closing above our moving average, the trend is still short, correct? This should make sense to everybody. Okay, now let me zoom out a little bit again. Can you do a trend line here, a smaller trend line? It doesn't really make much sense to me, right? It doesn't really make that much sense to me. So here's the same situation again. Will you do it on the candle body or on the wick, right? In this situation, it makes a lot more sense if we do it on the body, right? And you can all understand why, right? We get more touches like that. Okay. I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page with me. Supply box. What are you talking about, a supply box? No. This is consolidation. This is consolidation right here. This is 100%. This is 100% market movers holding prices up here in consolidation. Right? 100%. So again, if you're all trading on a 15-minute chart here, you're all trading blind because you don't know what's happening. But we know the big picture. We know what to expect. We trade without stress. We can see into the future. We know what's coming. All right. So let's go back here. You have also a trend line here. Let me just draw it also so it makes sense to you. We have a trend line here also. See, look at what happened. It was broken, right? We had this trend line here, you know, keeping the prices bullish in a sense, right? It was broken. It was broken. Of course, it was broken. This is just, you know, nothing but a small retrace. You know, it's nothing. We haven't talked about Fibonacci's yet in any of that, but you know, in the future we will. You know, you're all going to learn everything about the markets and, you know, what happens when to expect retracements. You know, how to better determine take profits when you're trend trading or you're doing big swing trades. All of that stuff. We're going to learn so much. We're still, you know, pretty much getting started. You know, and we're making a ton of money. And I'm keeping it as you know, small steps at a time. That's what we're doing, because you need to learn price action, right? Like a king. You need to understand every single movement of the markets using support and resistance and trend lines. And once you are a complete master and you make money hand over fist and you understand absolutely every aspect of this, then we continue and we add on more things, supplementary, right? Not like trading systems. This is a trading system. Okay, you learn this stuff and you make money every day. You understand the markets better than 99% of the experts. Okay. So again, this is very, very different. Very, very different than any other system out there, than anybody else out there, you know, would teach you, right? Are you still with me? Guys, again, can we go into the chat real quick and just Okay, all drawn out, everybody. Good, 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 good. Everybody drew the lines. All right, perfecto, perfecto. Now, let's go back to the 1 hour. So I tell you what to expect. On the JEPI, I am expecting a retrace. Wait, this ain't good. This ain't good, because if it comes to the line, we can make some pips here. Now, I don't really want to short it right now. Let me see how many pips this is until the line here. It's 20 pips. So this is exactly what we're going to do. We will not trade. Let me draw a box. So you understand exactly. We will not trade until prices break out of this box. Okay? Can you like draw, like some lines on your charts, or draw this exact box? We will not trade until prices get out of this box, because here's what I believe will happen. We might push higher and go retest this trend line, and then break down, and continuing trend, or it might be that the retrace that was going to happen already happened, right? And we just go here, and then we crash down. Regardless, the big trend we are looking at is short. We want to be shorting the JEPI. Okay. We are just basically waiting for the exact perfect moment. But this is the big swing. Let me go back to the daily. This is the big swing we are waiting. We want to keep shorting it. Okay. Basically, we want to keep shorting it until one of these lines. Right? So you have all of this drawn out. So you know exactly what to expect. Let me go to the 4 hour here, so you see it better on the 4 hour. Again, the 4 hour is like my preferred. I love to trade on the 4 hour. Everything makes so much more sense. Very little noise on the 4 hour. All right, let me look at the chat real quick. XM died. Yeah. Right. So you draw everything. All right. There's somebody confused here, because we are drawing trend lines on a daily, on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour, and somebody's confused here because they don't know if they should wait for a 1 hour to break it, or what exactly are they waiting for. So again, let me go over it. Analysis on the daily, analysis on the 4 hour, analysis on the hourly. Okay, and then you stay on the 1 hour. You stay on the 1 hour and you wait for it. So this is where you wait for everything to happen. Okay. This is where you wait for everything. All the bounces, all the breaks, everything happens here on the 1 hour. This is your confirmation on the 1 hour. Okay. You want to see 1 hour candles, the body of a 1 hour candle breaking trend lines or bouncing off trend lines. Here on the 1 hour. Is that clear? Does that make more sense? You want the 1 hour body, the 1 hour candle body, to break it. There was a trend out, you're telling me. Where do you say there was a breakout? Here? There was a breakout right here? There was a breakout right here? Yes, correct. So here there was a little bit of a breakout, correct. So here's what we do. Here's how we trade it actually, right? We wouldn't jump on this. This is exactly the same thing as, you know, when we talk about trading on a 15-minute and being blind and not really understanding what's going on. This is exactly the same thing. This is exactly the same thing. We would not jump on a long trade here. You understand what I'm saying? We would not do it. Okay. What we would do is, because we already know on the big time frame, we already know we are waiting for a short, right? If you go on a 4 hour, right, nothing really necessarily breaks it, you know. You see it's just the wicks. See, it's just the wicks, just the wicks, just the wicks. And until you got to understand this. It's all about understanding the main trend, and that's why you don't trade on a 15-minute, the 5-minute, all that shit. You got to understand the main trend. You got to understand what's coming down the pipe. You got to understand how the market moves. So here's what happens. You see, our prices are still like completely bearish, right? We are trading down below the moving average, right? So we would not ever, under any circumstance, go long here on the 1 hour or whatever the hell. Okay, we would just stay and maintain our ground on a short. Okay, very simple. So what you do, and again, let me touch on this. What you do is you take profits. You take profits every time. You take profits. So, you know, you have a bounce here of the trend line and of the moving. Show you, you know, you go short. You get your 10 pips. You get your 10 pips and you close it. You close it. That's it. Okay, you get another bounce and you close. Another bounce here. What do? You short. You short and you close. You get your 20 pips, your 50 pips, whatever it is, and you close your you close your trades. You don't want to keep them open and like expect like a big like 1,000 pip move, you know, at once, right? Even when you're trend trading, it's not going to be completely like down. You know, you will have a lot of small retracements. You will have a lot of retests, and those are perfect pockets of opportunity that you're going to use to jump back into trades. You understand what I'm saying? So on this, what you might think it's a break, you might think this is a break, but you would not go long here, because unless you're just scalping. If you're just scalping, then, you know, for sure, like the same here, you know, like just the basically the wick of the candle jumped out of the moving average here, and you could take your 10 pips. See, I'm you know, 20 pips, right? So you could you know, you see, if you see, you know, the wick breaking the moving average here on a 1 hour, you could take your scalp, but I don't recommend you do that. If you're doing that, you're dumb. Simple as that. If you're doing that, you don't value your money. Because I'm out here, I'm explaining that you need to understand what's coming, and you need to do your analysis on every time frame, and you need to understand every single thing that's happening on the market. So you cannot trade based on, if all your analysis is short, just because a wick of a candle crosses the moving average here, it does not mean the trend changed. Why would you buy? Why would you buy? Unless you're a crazy scalper and you just want 10 pips, 10 pips, 10 pips, you know, don't buy. Understand the trend. Go with the trend. If the trend is short, you only take shorts. Does that make sense? You would not, you will never trade against the trend. Never trade against the trend. That's how you lose money. That's how you get lost and confused, because you're down here, man. This is all you see. This is all you see. This is all you understand. This is your world. This is this 15-minute time frame where you don't know shit, where everything, you know, like every candle that opens, it looks like, you know, these markets, man. These markets are just, you know, completely inconsistent. You know, this is a casino. This is a casino. This makes no sense. Right, of course, you're trading on a 15-minute. I see some people trading on a 5-minute, on the 1 minute. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Don't do that. You get excited. You get excited. You think this is a casino. You think this is a get rich quick. Take your money, go to the casino, bet it all on black. All right. If you want thrills, go to the casino. You either double your money or you lose it all. All right, you better like put a 20 in your shoe or something, so you have like some cab money, because you're gonna lose it all if you have that mentality. Guys, please. Pay attention. Study. Study. So are you starting to understand why we hit it? Why we hit it every day on price action? Do you understand it? Because this is so deep. You look at this and you say, oh, what is this guy teaching me? This crazy Portuguese guy is just putting, you know, moving average. I know that moving average. I know trend lines. I know how to do, you know, support lines. I know all that shit. I watch it on YouTube. This is what you think, right? Man, listen. If you want to become a world class, if you want to become the best at this, if you want to actually change your life with this, not just have thrills, all right? Not just when you go, you know, and have a, you know, at a cocktail party, and you know, so you can tell your friends, oh, I'm a trader now, you know, I trade a forex, I make millions on my demo account, ha ha ha, you know, I trade bots, ha ha ha. Oh man, you don't know, I get paid $5 grand an hour, ha 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 ha. You know, I mean, if you want like those types of conversations, and if you just want to be a show off, sure, man, but just leave. We don't need you on the money team, right? You don't belong here. This is for real people, right? We're out here changing lives, man. We're the real deal. So if I tell you, you need to study and study and study and study the same principles about price action until you become a master at it, I have a reason to say that. And you should do it, because I'm out here teaching you. I'm out here doing it with you every day, right? It's not all about the fancy indicators. It's not about, you know, the same with the lot sizes. I see some people trading one lot trades on a $1,000 account. Are you insane? Are you insane? Again, do I need to talk about a casino? This is not a casino. Why did I create this indicator, the money team indicator? It will tell you right now, you use maximum lots. If you're crazy, you use maximum lots. That's it, man. That's it. This is a $1,000 account right here. You see me trading one lot here? You see me trading one lot? No, man. Again, this is just a demo account for me to show you when I do these webinars. But do you understand my point? I don't trade one lot, man. If you're crazy and you want to, like, you know, push it, use maximum lots right here when you are absolutely sure about the trade. If you're just trading a setup, a high probability setup, use recommended lots. I know it's not exciting to trade this. You're making what, 40 cents a pip here, you know? It's not exciting, but it's how you do it. All right? This is not about thrills again. If you want to make money, it's not about thrills. It's not about thrills. All right? We got to keep it real, man. Nobody's keeping it real with you. This is the real talk right here. It takes time. You're not going to double your account in 1 week or, you know, do those crazy things. If you want to do that, shit, I guess you can go heavy on our signals, but still, I wouldn't do it. Even I don't trade, you know, that crazy. The maximum I do is 10% of my account on a trade, which is right here. Maximum lots is 10% of your account. So be smart. Please, 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 please listen to me. If you don't listen, you will lose money and then you will cry. All right? You can either learn right? Life will smack you upside the head every day. Life will torture you until you learn. And if you don't learn, guess what? You're going to keep suffering. You're going to keep having the same problems, because life is a ruthless teacher. So you have two options. Either learn it easy or you learn it hard. All right, let's keep going. Let me go on a 4 hour. So guys, everybody, USD Jappy, do you understand the setup? We want to see a little bit. We want to see a little bit of a pullback, and then short. Okay, do not trade a long position ever. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Always trade with the trend. So wait for a bounce of our trend line or a bounce of our moving average. All right, and then you enter short. So we are only trading shorts on the USD JPY. We are expecting further down movement. Does that make sense? Can you go on the chat, please, right now, and let me know if this analysis makes sense? And my cigar just went out. Great. How do you confirm a bounce? How do you confirm a bounce? How do you confirm a bounce? Either on the 1 hour, all right, either on the 1 hour, you want to see a bounce off the trend line, or more exactly on the 4 hour. More exactly on the 4 hour. So here's what you want to see. If you stay on the 1 hour, which is the best, you will have this trend line drawn. You will have this trend line drawn. Okay. We can change it a little bit also. I mean, we can, if this makes more sense to you, whatever makes more sense to you, you know, because to me, I don't even need trend lines because my eyes are so trained that I already know what's happening just by looking. But if this trend line makes more sense to you, let's do it like this. Right? If this trend line makes more sense to you, all right, I just tidy it up for you. Just do it like this, all right? If this makes more sense. Let me delete this thing again. Draw this little box. We don't want to trade in this box. Only when prices get out of this box. And here's what I believe will happen. Prices will go up. Will touch either this trend line or this resistance line. Will bounce. All right, and you will clearly see it on the 1 hour. You should see something like this, a wick. You should see a wick touching either the line or the trend line or the support, the resistance line, okay? And the body will not penetrate it, all right? And then the next candle, you wait for the next candle to open, and the next candle will start going red. Will start going down, 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 down. That's when you enter, okay? That's when you enter. And we go short. We go short and we make a ton of money. We go short and where's my tool? We go short and we can make in a day, we can make 90 pips, 80 pips, 90 pips, you know, on this setup that I'm explaining right now. Guys, are you talking about cartoons on the chat right now? Yeah, so you go on a 1 hour, and on the 1 hour you wait for setups and you wait for bounces or breaks on the 1 hour. But again, always keep in mind the main trend, and the main trend is short, so we only trade shorts. That's simple. Yeah, you enter on the 1 hour when the 1 hour candle closes. That's it. All right, guys. This needs to get a little bit more dynamic. All right, one more pair. I just want to look at one more pair. GBP JPY. So let me type this in. GBP JPY, and then we could do some questions or something. Yeah. OMG. Look at this. Look at this thing. Oh my God. This is, again, let's go on the daily. Let's go on the daily. First thing I'll do, start doing some support resistance. All right, let's do this one down here. Let's do this one on top. Oh my God, this one is so good. Look, this one right here. Oh my God, this trend line, resistance line is so good right here. Okay, remember what I said? Two touches. All right, here it was support. then it became resistance, right? So good. Let's go on 4 hour. Should I do anything else here? I mean, I guess we can do something like, what can we do? Can we do this? I don't really like to do it on the daily like this. Let's go check it out on the 4 hour. Oh, look at that. Perfect sense. Should I do it on the wick or should I do it on the body? You do it wherever you get more touches. Wherever you get more touches. Let's draw something right here. See? So we have the fractals also indicating we have like a big resistance here. And we have our moving average. See, when everything is in synchrony, in synchronicity, then we know our analysis is damn good on spot. You know, it's fire. Our analysis is fire. Okay. Okay. I just, you know, sometimes I just go real quick to the chat, so I see if everybody's understanding, or you know, how we're doing. So what is our setup on this thing? You know, what is our setup on this thing? Quite honestly, we are very short, right? Can everybody understand that we are very, very short? Very, 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 very short, right? So let's go back on a 1 hour. All right. So this should be, you know, we analyze so many pairs at this point that this should be second nature to you. You already should know exactly what I'm gonna say, right? What are we gonna wait for? We can go long until this line or this trend line, until support or trend line, right? We're gonna go long, and then we either have a bounce and continue in trend, right? We either have a bounce and continue in trend, or if you see this, if you see something like this, if you see a 1 hour candle close with its body over this trend line here, you do not execute nothing. Okay, what you do, if you see something like that, if you see it close above this trend line, is you go on a 4 hour. You go on a 4 hour, and you wait, and you see if that 4 hour candle. We have the timer right here. See, our indicator has a candle timer right here, and you wait until that 4 hour candle closes. And if that 4 hour candle closes above the trend line, then we have a confirmation that the trend has changed. And if that happens, then you can go long up to this line, right? Then you can go long up to this line. But what would happen is, if that would be the case, if we have a 4 hour candle closing above this trend line, what will most likely happen is we have the break, then we have a confirmation, and then we have prices shooting back up, right? So you would enter here on a confirmation, right? Does that make sense? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second real quick. All right, guys, I'm back. Who the hell had the audacity to interrupt this amazing training webinar to fucking ring the bell? Jesus, man. And again, my cigar went out. What the hell? What the hell? Guys are still on? Please let me know. Delivery of pips. Yeah, pretty much. That's it. Nah, man, you crazy. We're the ones delivering the pips. We're the ones delivering the pips. The pizza. A pizza of pips? That's what you mean, right? Goddamn. This cigar has been relit way too many times already. All right. Does this make sense? Please go on the chat. Please go on the chat. I want everybody on the chat. I want everybody on this damn chat. And please tell me if this makes any sense whatsoever to you. Please tell me if this makes sense. Fred says, yeah. Fred, you're going to make some money this week? Fred, you're going to make some pips? Some big pips? We just went over 5 pairs, man. It's a lot of information. This is a crazy webinar. We're doing 5 pairs where we just had so many setups for the week. You know, if you just trade one setup, try and trade like just 2 setups or something, you know. Draw everything out, but you know, try and like keep your eyes on a couple setups at least. And if you follow this, you're gonna make so much money. I promise you. So if you're not on the money team yet, please follow these setups. You're gonna make so many pips this week. You're gonna make so many thousands of dollars that then you're gonna use those profits to join the money team, because that's the only thing, you know, left for you to do. Yo, Tanner, you got late? You got a little late on the training. You're just gonna have to catch like the whole replay. We've been here for a while, bro. We have so many pips, man. So many pips planned out for the week. Hard to draw them pip by pip like you. How important is it to make them exact? It's very important. You need exact trend lines. How can you not make them like exactly? How can you not make them exactly? You have the same things, right? You have everything that we have here. You have the moving averages. You have the fractals. You have everything to make them exactly like me. You can see my screen in high definition. If you cannot, then try and watch like the replay again, and put it on HD. Put the replay on HD, and you will be able to see it like on a lot of detail. The information is iffy. What do you mean is iffy? Everybody is getting clean setups here. Everybody's understanding exactly what we're doing. So you got to be a little bit more specific on what is it that you don't understand, or we just went over like 5 pairs, which is insane. Yeah, I mean, if you don't need to make it like completely exactly, you know, the trend lines. Try and make them like the best you can. Try and make it the best you can. That's why you need practice. This is why I tell you need practice. The more you do these things, the better you're going to become. It's all about practice. That's why I say get a demo account. Get a demo account. It's very important for you to do all of this trading on your demo account. So you build that muscle. So you build this, you know, master-like understanding of price and movement. You will get to a point like me that you just look at charts and you can call a trade like that. You don't need to draw, you know, no trend lines. When it gets so good that you can call trades, winning trades like that, right? When you get to a point where you have no emotion, when you get to a point where you don't hesitate to put on a trade, when you get to a point where you have no anxiety when you have open trades, because you are completely certain about, you know, what you did, your analysis. That's when you're good. That's when you become a pro. Okay. So, guys, do me a huge favor. Do me a huge favor. Can you screenshot? Can you screenshot the webinar right now, your computer, and post it on Instagram, and tag Maxima, and just let everybody know we did an amazing webinar training, and that if they want 1,000 pips this coming week, they need to watch this. This is as close to having a time machine to predicting the future. This is what we do here. And again, guys, I just want to remind you of a couple more things. Next week will be that this week was the last free webinar we did. So if you are not part of the money team, if you are not registered for our signals, okay, go ahead and register right now, because next week it's only for the money team, only for our brothers. Okay, the price right now is $50 a month, but come March the 1st, all right, so the start of next month, I'm doubling prices. We're doing it at $100. If you join in before, right, so if you join in right now, your price will always be $50. It will never change. But for everybody joining after the new month, you will get the new price. Okay, and the only reason why we're doing that is because we're adding so much new stuff and we're creating so much value that, I mean, we already proven ourselves so many times. I can't believe there's still people. I can't believe there's still people asking for, you know, like trade books and like trade statements, and God damn it, guys, I'm the only guy calling out trades live. Nobody puts their neck out and tells you when to enter a trade. I'm sure you all tried other signal services out there. You'll see nobody does this. Nobody does this. They might give you like a setup. They might give you like, oh, you know, like there's, you know, Elliott wave count. Oh, this trend line. Oh, you know, moving average crossovers. You know, oh, next month, you know, I think prices will go down. So short. You know, all kinds of weird systems. You know, there's guys that basically gamble and they tell you, hey man, buy the Euro USD, and you know, and then they give you like a 1-to-1 ratio on the trade. You know, like you can either make 50 pips or lose 50 pips. And like, what the hell, man? I mean, are they real traders? Do they even care? What the hell are they doing? And then they give you like 10 trades a day, 10, 15 trades a day. What the hell, man? 10 trades a day? You cannot take 10 trades. You cannot take 10 trades. You don't have enough margin on your account to take 10 trades. They're basically just playing, you know, on luck. It's not even probability, it's just luck. They give you 10 trades and they're like, oh man, we won 2. Haha, we won 2 trades. So, you know, take your pips and go home. What about, you know, the other 8 that lost? You know, I mean, you follow the signals from these guys, and in a week, your account will be blown. Maybe one day your account will be blown. So this is all important stuff, man. Jesus, man, I'm calling out NFP trades, man. NFP trades, which is, you know, the biggest news of the month that you know, completely changes, you know, influences prices on a dramatic level, right? It's the type of updates that will move prices like 100 pips. Who the hell do you see calling out NFP trades publicly? If one of these motherfuckers dares to call out a trade, an NFP trade, something big like that, and they're wrong, their credibility goes to zero like that. That's why nobody does it. Nobody risks their neck. They're too happy. They're too happy sitting on whatever little bit of money they're making off their signals, or making off their DVD sales or whatever the hell they do. They don't want to they don't want to risk their reputation on stuff like that. If you make them a question, what they'll answer is just wait. Just follow our training. Just wait. Right? And then they come later and they'll say, well, you didn't take the trade? Oh, but the trade executed so well. If you followed our analysis, the trade executed so well. How did you lose money? It's impossible to lose money. Everybody made money. But in reality, everybody lost money. So, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm sure you had this experience before on other signal services. And that's why I'm saying, man, we are not the signal service. We are the money team. We are the real money team. And we are family. Okay? We make fire every day. Right? I'm not afraid to call out a fucking trade because I know what I'm doing. My analysis is so down, I know exactly what I'm doing. When I give you a trade, it's like 10, 15 pips stop loss, 50 pip take profit, And if anything happens, because I have my eye on the charts all the time. If anything happens, in the meanwhile, if anything changes, and you're just like, you're freaking out and you don't know what to do. Should you take profit? Should you close the trade? I'll let you know. And if you have any question, you just drop it on the group. On WhatsApp, you just drop it, and that's it, man. I'll give you the answer right there and then, live. Okay, no bullshit. Real answers, like a real trader, right? Just this Friday, we were on a trade. We were shorting the GBP, and we had some people freaking out. And they're like, dude, what should we do? We're 20 pip, we're in a 20 pip drawdown right now. I'm like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that, but I accounted for all that on the stop loss. And I'm making everybody understand what's happening in real time. I'm like, yo, we just hit reversal. We just hit a major key level of resistance. So prices are gonna flip and head right back down in the next 5 minutes. You watch, right? Don't be nervous, man. Relax, put on your trade and walk away from the computer, because if you watch it every second, if you see that money coming, up and down and up and down, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna close trades too soon. You're gonna compound on trades where you shouldn't. You're gonna, be prone to taking trades that are not there. And that's not how we do it. That's not how, how you build an account. That's not how you make money. Less trades, more money. Remember, put on the trade, do your analysis, put on the trade, walk away. Put on the trade, walk away. You will get an ulcer. That's right. You will get an ulcer. Don't look at the screen while you're on the trade, unless you can do it from a place of complete, like relaxation and serenity, and you're just looking at it, in awe, and you want to understand the price movements. You want to understand exactly what's happening, what's coming next, how the market moves and behaves. And if you just want to understand, all the minor movements, then you watch. But you gotta be, you gotta do it from a place of actually wanting to learn, not on a place of, oh man, should I close the trade? Should I open another one? Oh fuck, this trade is so bad. I entered in a bad time. I should probably close it and open in a better time. Oh my god, you're just gonna go crazy. You're gonna lose your mind. Don't do that. We always use a stop loss and a take profit, of course, because when I give out a signal, I always say, hey man, here's the stop loss, here's the take profit, and if there's any update on the trade, I'll give it to you live, so you get it on your phone and you can make changes on the spot again, right? That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Because sometimes, I mean, this is we only trade high probability trades, right? That's why we trade, you know, we only take a few trades, like a real trader, like you should do it. But sometimes the trade doesn't go exactly as we planned, right? Sometimes we have to close before, right? Sometimes this has happened so many times. Our take profit gets missed by 1 pip. Sometimes our take profit gets missed by 1 or 2 pips. And if I'm not there to say to everybody, close your trade, you know, the trade can reverse and in 5 minutes go back to a loss, because sometimes you have crazy movements of like 50 pips in a couple of minutes. So you know, that's why I'm there, and I'm guiding everybody real time. You can't put a price on that, you know. We had an experience this week also where our stop loss got hit by 1 pip. Our stop loss got hit by 1 pip. I think we had like a 12 pip stop loss or something like that. Something really small, something negligible, you know, like a 12 pip stop loss. And our stop loss got triggered by 1 pip. Now my stop loss didn't get hit by a fraction of a pip, like by like 2 points. It didn't get triggered. And I was trading on Tallynex. Right? That's why I say everybody go and trade with XM or trade with Tallynex. Those are the only traders I recommend you work with. So everybody has like different brokers. That's bad, man. That's bad for business. That's bad for business, because then, you know, each broker might have like their own small little fluctuations. But anyways, like we got triggered by 1 pip. We got stopped up by 1 pip. How crazy was that? And then the trade, like the next candle, it went our direction, and we, you know, and that was a trade that did like 50 pips or something. And I said, everybody, fucking hell, by 1 pip we got stopped out, but you know, the trade is still good, still valid. Now a lot of people lost confidence on that trade and then didn't jump back in, but the ones that did, you know, they got the 50 pips, right? But that's, you know, that's why you know, it's important to get this level of coaching and commitment, because I'm there with you, and I'm telling you, hey man, listen, even though the trade, you know, triggered our stop loss by 1 pip, it's still good. It's still good. Jump in again. Jump in again, you know? All right, guys, so it's time for me to go. We had a blast. I had a lot of fun, and so, you know, I hope you learned a lot. Please rewatch the replay, man. Watch the replay again, because, you know, it's just, we covered so much stuff. We covered so much stuff, and you know, it's really important. It's really important for you to rewatch and make sure you understand everything, like in great detail. Okay, so. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please hit me on Instagram with a private message, and let's see, okay? All right.